We are live. Welcome to the CP Tool Addict Friday live stream. I'm a little late, but I am your humble host, CP. Tonight's topic, we are going to discuss some Harbor Freight fails, as well as majoritively, we're going to try to talk about shop accidents. So, yes, that's going to be our main focus today. Is those things. We are going to have a few guests on. So, yeah, let's get into it and let's see. And I apologize for being a little late. You guys can thank Henry. He wanted to be a little prima donna. Take his time, of course, going out to the potty, as usual. You know, old Henry. Old Henry's just a 30 people in the chat here. Let's see what we got here. We got Sayer, Turner. I may be here, I may not. Depends on my nap. Long day. We're going to send some links out here after a bit. Get the stream rolling. If you guys are in the chat that are going to come on live tonight, let me know. Roughly about 15 minutes in here. Send you some links, get you on the chat, and we'll start this party up. We got a new guest that nobody's seen on my live stream before. He will be on tonight. We got Chris Barman. Hey, CP. One of your videos about the way not to choose U.S. General toolboxes when there are better deals on Facebook Marketplace. Hell yeah. There's good deals on Facebook Marketplace. It's always good to buy used first if you're on a budget. Always good to shop those deals, garage sales, pawn shops, Facebook Marketplace. Scour the earth before you get going there. Kyle Kelly, channel members. Thank you, channel members. Can't say it once again with this week. We start off. Thank you. I don't say it enough. I don't say it often. I'm not a good guy. I'm not good at praising or thanking people enough. That's something I need to work on more in 2024. I'll be honest with you. I do need to thank, but how do you do it without overthanking people? But I need to thank all the channel members. Everybody you see here with the little marker next to their name is a channel member. That means they've supported the channel, and a lot of them have supported the channel for quite some time. That being said, I truly do appreciate you guys that are channel members. Peter Savinsky, Frosty the Iceman, Baja Automotive, Chris Shaw, Richard Morrison, all you guys. You guys are real. You help keep the channel going. That's just a little bit helps every month to keep this channel going. Keep punching money into paying for some tools to show when I don't really necessarily need to buy the tools. I try to buy as much as I can, but man, you guys got to remember, once you buy so many tools to put on the channel, how much more do you need? I have plenty now, but we got some other content coming up this year too. Little quick channel update. I don't usually make channel updates on videos much. Probably the best, and I haven't been doing as many lives, but I will tell you, we've got hopefully some exciting things planned for this year on some of my truck work. If you're interested in seeing my old trucks being done some stuff too, I've been storing up parts and stuff like that, saving up for parts. Planning on put a little money into those gems this year and getting them going. So that's been my focus. I'll tell you what, when you start building old vehicles, people talk about this stuff like it's easy and cheap and whatnot, but boy, I don't remember when I was younger. I don't remember not have to do as much as I did now. But yeah, anyways, thank you, channel members, once again. I'm like a squirrel. I always get off topic, so bear with me. I always lose my train of thought. That's just how it is. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate all you subscribers too, have been loyal for a long time. We got Sergio. How you doing, Sergio? Pure Mayhem for the win. Peter Savinsky, Turtle Poop. What's going on, brother man? Baja Automotive. Rage Brothers. Yo, CP, what's up? Long time watcher. Shout out, bro. Rage Brothers. That's freaking awesome. That's a pretty cool name. Not gonna lie to you. Rage Brothers. Is that you got a channel? What do you do? Oh, you do have a channel. Oh, that's pretty cool. Chrysler Jeep Tech. Snap-on Tool Cart. Oh, dude, you got a good channel. Freaking sweet. I got to check you out, brother. Long time watcher. I appreciate it. Range Brother channel. Channel focused on automatic tools, boxes. Love the channel logo and banner and stuff. That is freaking sweet, man. I always like finding new channels, especially if people watch me. So yeah, that's cool, brother. Appreciate it. Definitely gonna check you out. Looks like you're into pews. Maybe. I don't know what's going on here. Is that like Fortnite? What in the wait a second here. It goes from gaming to tools and automotive. That's interesting. To make a long story short, I ended up getting a great deal on a Snap-on KMP 1163 for 4,000 excellent edition. Chris, that is awesome to hear. Helping somebody that got some good information and it helped them out. I'm really glad to hear. That is the smartest, most. You know what? If you feel really good about your purchase and you're really happy with your purchase, then not only did my guidance lead you there, but you ultimately should be the one to give yourself a hand because you were the one that made the decision to follow said advice. You know, what's his name? The money guy. I got a brain fart right now. When it comes to listening to financial advice, you know, I listen to the smart guys about that stuff. What's the financial guy that does all this stuff? Well, I can't think right now. Why did I lose? Fine. Anyways, guy that's always on social media all the time has a radio show. I can't think of his name. Anyways, he gives good advice about that stuff. I listen to people like that, but in the end, it's my own choice because you can lose your track. What's up, boys? We got Frosty. Yes, sir. We got. By the way, Harbor Freight wire wheels do not do good at 23,000 RPM on a die grinder. My pants were full of wires. No way. You actually tried that? What's up, Raging Cajun? Joe Dirt? Alan Capos? We got a $9.99 super sticker from good old Maintenance Man. Neil, how you doing? Tractor. The tractor god himself. The tractor god himself right there. Neil from the Maintenance Man. If you guys want to see a really cool tractor video, go check out Maintenance Man. He does awesome. Ben Farms. If you have a student email, Tekken is giving 15% off entire purchase. Good advice. Thank you for sharing that. Baja. That's another thing why I like all you people that come into the chat, because things like that, you guys share information. There's always, I will tell you this much, there's always good discounts to be shared and information being shared. This little community, and it's not a tool community. I don't associate myself with the tool community. I don't, that word tool community is toxic to me. Just so people know, I was a part of I was around those people before. I no longer consider myself a tool community person. I'm an automotive person, and that's all there is to it. I don't want to be considered a tool, but this community and my channel there's a lot of great people, a lot of smart people, a lot of awesome people. Chris Schaff, there you are, buddy. Finally catching a live again. Been insanely busy. Richard, I hear you there, brother. I hear you there. Hell, we just got another set of snow, and it's going to be 60 the next day. Kyle Kelly, we appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, brother. That is freaking awesome. I'm afraid to do a toolbox tour. If my wife sees, she might divorce me. If you're hiding it from your wife, that's not good. I will tell you that much. What's up, Fox Fix at Garage? That's good advice right there, Frosty. Don't hide anything from your wife. CP, you said the drawer depth is king. My KMP is 27. Yes, you will absolutely come to find that the drawer depth is really what's going to keep you. That it makes up so much more space without having to make such a wider toolbox. Freddie VBMX. Hey, thank you, Kyle Kelly. Some lucky members getting a membership via Kyle Kelly. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. That's freaking awesome. Who was the lucky recipient of that? Let's see here. Sergio is the new channel member. Congratulations, Sergio. Hello, everybody. Dano's Toolbox. Good old, another Canadian. Boy, I'll tell you what. We just talked about this. The Canadians, you can't beat a Canadian. You can't beat those minty fellers from the north. Always good people. Never met a bad Canadian yet. Sergio, you're now a member. There you go. Oh boy, thanks. Thanks. That's old stuff. I changed the direction of my channel. Thanks. We love, bro. You're awesome. Dude, that's awesome, Rage Brothers. I definitely am going to check out some of your videos. Looks like you got some banger stuff going on. No problem, bro. Found an eBay vendor today that has a metric crap ton of Rotunda tools from the 90s. Stupid cheap, though. That's the way to buy tools right there. Dave Ramsey. Chris Shaw. Dave Ramsey, 100%. Dave Ramsey gives great financial advice. And you can't beat people that's, you know what, trying to get those. I've listened to Dave Ramsey for years about stuff, spending money, credit cards, no, buying cars, paying for loans, credit on a tool truck, credit. There's two types of credit on a tool truck. There's credit through that charges interest, and there's tool truck credit. Tool truck credit is the way to go always, and do not run up a big bill. Always do what you can afford. Mr. CP, I am pleased with my purchase of my can. That's awesome, buddy. That's awesome. Hero Rider, I was going to say, Dave Ramsey, too. Good to see you in here, Hero Rider. Man, it's been a long time, brother. I feel like I haven't seen you in a grip. You are one of the true OGs of the channel. You know that? True OG. Yes. Super Mickey, what's up? Doc Holiday, long time no see. What's up, brother? How you been? Another channel member. Long-time subscriber. John Harbaugh. Caleb Hammer. There you go. What's up, all? Quick Wrench Tool Junkie. Hello. There we go. We got some guys in there. Hello. I haven't seen Henry much lately. Is he okay? Hope. Yeah. He's right here. He's right here. He just went out to the bathroom. He's as feisty as he always has been. Hell yeah. I tried it. I was using it at the lowest setting, which was 10,000. Then I just had to see. Worked on highest. Holy smokes. Holy smoking a pancake. Oh, look at this guy. He just wants to roll over so I can scratch his belly now. Gran Turismo fan. What's up, brother? How you doing? Another channel member. Channel member's full effects. Garage Monkey Mechanics. My wife loves tools, especially Hyper Tough. There you go. Oh, good house tools. Yeah. I'll be right back in 15 minutes. All right, buddy. We got Hey CP Heavy Marine Diesel Mechanic. Wow, that's an interesting one right there. Heavy Marine Diesel Mechanic. Boy, I think I could have you on live one night and talk about heavy marine diesel stuff. That sounds interesting. Yeah, that is moving. Jordan is exactly why I didn't go with U.S. General, despite my opinion of them stepping up the world marginally. I agree. Bad Canadian. Well, there's Trudeau. Yep, there you go. Well, I've never met him, though. So, technicality. Yo, CP, keep them coming. We will. We're gonna keep them. We're gonna keep banging them out. 2024 is exciting for me. I got a lot of stuff going on. Oh, gee, Scuba. What's up, CP? How's it hanging? It's hanging short, swiveled, and to the right. Look at this guy, Frosty Iceman, $9.99. I say we create human being community, folks. It shares ideas, discuss things without getting a girly parts bruised. Oh yeah, yes, sir. No, but her. There you go, Frosty. There you go. For the win right there. He said it. We gave it to you. The butthurt bar is not allowed here at all. No butthurt bar. No butthurt bars here. CP, we need an old style stream, brother. What's an old style stream? Like, is that where I drink old style and yeah. I don't know what an old style stream is. I love how Tekken lets you custom build ratchets, choose your grips, bare metals, and choose your ratchet head release, snapper button. That is, they started doing that. I've been talking to the Tekton people. I I'm I'm getting more and more. I'm getting more and more sold on that Tekton is the best way to go for new mechanics. Which, keep in mind, that's, there's not a lot of new mechanics in the business coming in the trade. But if you're lighting the loafers on tools and you need tools, I mean, to start off with, I feel like Tekton's the best way to go. Their warranty through the mail, no run into the store. That way you can put in your work at the end of the day. You break a tool, you put in the warranty, it comes, you can have it delivered to the shop, to the house, all that stuff. Tekton is just a top tier brand for a budget DIYer and a whole, a lot of senses. I didn't used to be as big a fan on it, but they've changed. They've redesigned things. When they don't work, they're willing to change. They seem to be well endowed with listening. My main box is 30 degrees. It still blows my mind how much room it's got with 3 full drawers. Yeah. Been busy, so many doctor's visits, gearing up for the spring. Got to get some good stuff coming soon. Hell yeah. Touche. 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 I don't know if Parker's going to the store or not. Flying out Saturday. He did not say. Flying out Saturday for the expo. Hell yeah. The Matco Expo is in the house. Butthurt, what flavor is it? It tastes like shit. The Butthurt bar tastes like shit. If you get butthurt, you're not gonna like it. I have a question for you. How would you deal with a very terrible tool dealer that barely comes, goes next door to your shop, but not yours, even though you spend a lot of money, and never miss a payment? Really? He's going out of business, Coyote Kelly. I would say that I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I would ask him. The first thing you do, Coyote Kelly, is confront him. Be like, hey, man, what's the deal? Why don't you stop here? Maybe he don't like the shop. What can you do to, just be upfront? That's the best way to confront any problem. If you're having an issue, talk about it like men. You don't have to yell at him or say, hey, listen, scumbag, why the freak are you missing me? Just be like, hey, what's the deal? Why aren't you coming by here? Like, I want to buy stuff from you. I make my payments. Like, you're making me nervous. Like, what's going on? I did hang 2 U.S. General 2 side boxes off my Snap-on box when they dropped to 99 before being phased out. Oh, that was probably a good pickup. Or you can tell him to stop being a dick a dealer, yeah. Or you can stop paying him, yeah. Make him start coming to the shop to pick up the money. If he's got you on credit card, you could do that too. You could just shut off your automatic payments, go get a new debit card, watch him roll in then. If you're making too consistent of payments and you're not buying anything, and he doesn't come in because he just knows he's going to take your money and he's worried about selling tools, there's lots of factors why some bad dealers, and you know what, that's the misconception about the tool industry. The dealer's not bad, or the tools aren't bad, it's the dealer. The dealers are the ones that usually make or break something. I have some old Impacts air ratchets I don't use and I throw away. I've been trying to give them to a local kid that wants to get in the industry, and I can't even give them away. Yeah, these kids are, Richard, a lot of these kids now think that they have to have cordless tools. It's actually pretty sad because they think that they have to have cordless tools to be a mechanic, and it's not. I just finally convinced a kid, sorry, I had to take a drink there. I just finally convinced a kid that was 28 years old to stop wasting his money on cordless tools. I said, you don't have the money for it. Your wife and you just had a kid. You have a ridiculous truck payment. He put himself into debt, and he wants to buy more tools, and he's trying to up his career as being a mechanic. And I said, listen, bro, stop wasting your money on cordless tools. You can't afford to replace a battery every 2 years at $100 a battery. And sometimes you need 2 of them, so there's $200. You can buy a good used air tool for a fraction of that price, and it will do the job for you every single time. Air tools are not dead. You know, it's just society pushes this new shiny object in the room. And they're working on their butt to move their Taiwan factories to Michigan. 25% off their tools, American made, and their toolboxes, Panda, built like Kennedy. Built like Kennedy. Yeah, dude, I love their. Well, they're better than Kennedy boxes. I'll be honest with you. They're more like Listas, in my opinion. I think the Tekton toolboxes are the best. Like, I think I think Tekton toolboxes are the best toolbox you can get from a retail, not a. How do I put this? In an online market, I guess is what I think. You know, for everybody, like you can't just buy Snap-on or Mac or Matco. Tekton's available to everybody. So for DIY, it's the best box you can get for DIY. Hit that like button, guys. I appreciate it if you're hitting that like button. Hopefully we get Matt on here. Let me check my emails real quick. Start sending out some links to the folks. Where you make me real, when you make me home, gonna be my wings, my happy home. But someday, baby, you ain't worried my life anymore. We went a little weird there. It's all good. Hold on, I gotta send out Doctor Lawyer. I love singing, guys. I sing all the time when I'm in the shop. I can't help it. It's just what I do to fill voids when I feel like there's too much silence, and when I'm on the live stream by myself. Been a good day. I got done working 5 o'clock. Had a PO 101 code. Was my last diagnosis of the day. Kind of an air temp sensor deal. Was a really odd one. They had oil on the bottom of it. Good old K&N air filters. Boy, you can trust them things, can't you? You use K&N air filters, you don't understand how terrible they really are. I've gotten into multiple fights with K&N air filters back in the day. When I was younger, I invested heavily in K&N air filters. Let me tell you, those things ain't worth the Charmin Extra Soft they wipe their behinds with. Where you mean? Well, you made me weep and you made me moan when you caused me to leave, child, my happy home. But someday, baby, you ain't worry my life anymore. I love that song. I don't know why I always think of Clutch Electric Worry when I'm on live stream, but it is literally, if you've been watching my live streams, I definitely have that stuck. And I've been listening to a lot of Black Label Society lately too. Just I get certain songs stuck in my head. I love heavy metal. I love gangster rap, you know. Love country. I love everything. I'm just like I love music in general though. Music can change your mood, your soul, your day, without a doubt. It can literally change your week. It's so crazy how powerful it is. So crazy. You know, you're in a bad mood, you put a song on that gets your toe tapping. You know, you just get jazzed up. Well, you made me whole and you made me feel my happy home. Well, someday, baby, you won't worry my life anymore. Do, do, do. Yeah, doctor, lawyer. Hold on a second here. Have any of you guys had to go to the? Never mind. I'm not going to bring that up. That's a little too personal. Uh, all right, just got here. What's the 2-minute rundown on tonight's title? Tonight's title is Broken Harbor Freight Dreams and Shop Accidents. Is the Butthart bar anything like a Nestle Ash Crunch? That's pretty much. I think that's pretty similar. Not gonna be lied. Not gonna be right. Tool truck needs to have a dent on the street. Have dent. What? Have dent on street? I don't know what that means. Coyotes. That's bad practice. What keeps you up? I'd almost trade another brand just to spite. My Matco guy offered me to buy me out of my Snap-on stuff. Same reason. Yep. There you go. Another one too. Yep, hand tools to be a mechanic, cordless tools come later for sure. It is a definite luxury to have cordless. What are you doing, Henry? Crazy getting the ads mid sentence live. What? Getting ads? Getting ads mid sentence? Air tools are still awesome, for sure they are. Cordless tools are cool. My DeWalt's for the last 6 years are still good. Occasionally I use air. Yeah, I mean they're not. There's nothing wrong with them. I mean I'm not saying that they're not that. I mean, I got a bunch of cordless tools. Like, don't get me wrong. Don't misconstrue the message that I'm putting down here. I'm just saying these guys that have no money, they complain about not having money. The hypocrisy in people complaining, a Harbor Freight guy's complaining, yet they're out buying Hercules cordless tools and talking about and new Icon toolboxes and talking about, man, I can't afford Snap-on. Well, dude, you just bought a $4,500 toolbox and you bought $2,000 worth of Hercules cordless tools. Both things you didn't need. Absolutely didn't need. I've seen a couple videos on YouTube where these guys have done that. What's up, Frosty?
Hey, reporting for duty, sir. What's happening?
Not much. Yeah. So yeah, I don't understand I guess I can't quite grasp the hypocrisy. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a new Icon. Dude, you're gonna spend $8,000 at Harbor Freight for cordless tools and a toolbox. Cool story. Same concept, Snap-on head. It's the same concept, Snap-on head, back when they started selling tools too. And that's what's really funny about this whole ordeal is people are so fooled by this. Someday, mark my words. Boy, I wish somebody timestamped this stream right now. Someday, mark my words, there will be people complaining about Harbor Freight bamboozled them. Well, you took it by Harbor Freight. I got taken by Harbor. Listen, bro, you don't need if you ain't got enough tools and you ain't doing enough work to fill up a $3,500 toolbox, you don't need a toolbox. All I use is cordless tools, but yes, you don't have a choice. Once again, don't misconstrue the message. Don't shoot the messenger for the message. It's talking about shop persons only, Yes, I have ads. It sucks. Missed the conversation. Well, I was kind of quiet there. I got way behind in the chat. We're supposed to have Matt on, the guy that did the video on the Icon wrench. That's where the Harbor Freight break ads were supposed to come in. But I will say a 5-door tool guard from U.S. General is a pretty good box to start out with and has a decent accessory. Yeah, you know what? You can add on to that thing and get just about everything you need into it as a new tech to help yourself for a couple years. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I almost wish I would have bought 2 of those instead of my 40-inch Snap-on. But when you go to sell them, they're going to be worth $100.
Well, yeah, but
$200.
But if you bought them at a $189 when they were on sale.
Oh, he's talking about. I think he's talking about the full bank. The $600 ones.
No, he says 5-door. That's a 7-door.
Oh, is it 7?
Yeah, the other one's 7-door.
Okay, I have a couple of the 5 drawers. I think I got one. I got one was a display. I got it for $149, and the other one I think I got on a coupon.
His counts are getting low. No service. Yeah, Coyote. Then I would definitely ask him to. I'd be like, hey, can I return these tools then? Since you're not going to be willing to service them, because that sounds like you're going to be going out of business. I feel like you're going to be going out of business.
Oh yeah.
That's what it sounds like. Hey, look at this guy right there. You know,
Hey Dave.
We got
What's
Dave.
up?
We got Dave Quick. He's always quick in the sack. He's quick in the bed. He's quick in your head. Dave Quick.
CP, didn't you do one of the first custom 5-drawer carts where you doubled one up?
Absolutely did the first one. 100% did the first one on
I
YouTube.
thought.
And then there was a bunch of people that did them afterwards.
Right. You took one and put it on another, and then there's like a locked in drawer, right, where you stash stuff.
Yep. Listen, I know guys should be humble and not toot his horn, but there's a couple firsts that I can shake my stick at. You know, I can shake my little tallywhacker at and say that I've done on YouTube. First of all, I'm probably the only YouTuber still to this day that has worked with tool companies to manufacture tools, to get tools out on the market. Everybody else is worried about selling them on Amazon affiliate links. I went the opposite direction to try to change the industry to help people out. The second of all, the first things I did was go against Harbor Freight big time. I'm one of the only people that doesn't lead up to, which, you know, that could be subjective. We'll stop right there though. I don't want to get carried away, and you know, I've got my things. You know, I started doing a bunch.
I understand how you feel about it, and I'll back you up on it. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not saying I'll never go there again or never spend another dime with them, but I will say I understand exactly how you feel about them.
You know what? My hate for Harbor Freight is all legitimately political, because they support it. It doesn't make sense to me as being an avid 2A supporter to give money to somebody who also takes that money and puts it back into the Second Amendment. And people say, "Well, don't be political on your channel, TP." Well, listen, fella. I'm sorry, but if you aren't voting with your money, you're not living your life right in America now. And I know some people just don't want to hear it because they don't want to deal with it. And that just shows, dare I say, low emotional intelligence. I mean, I guess when you get older, you start looking at things differently. You know, I mean, like, and just like this comment right here with Kyle Kelly, that's no different with him. You got to work with your money. So whether it's a politician or a business, whatever it is, your companies that you deal with, the people that you deal with, people need to start recognizing that your money as one person goes a lot farther than it does with anybody else. Like if you are having a problem with AC Delco is giving you a bunch of parts. You need to let people know, and you need to state your case and stand behind it, and you know, do not buy things from them. If companies are getting
Harbor Freight is my favorite store and favorite tool company. I had this neighbor that used to live down the street from me about 4 or 5 years ago. He was working on his car, and he always wanted my help. He was a real pain in the ass. He was a real dick. And he was under his car one day with those damn Harbor Freight jack stands. Flaps. Asshole neighbor's gone, man.
Well, here's the deal.
If it wasn't for those jack stands, I'd still be dealing with the son of a bitch.
Well, people act like they're warranty. And listen, I know I'm beating a dead horse.
Disclaimer, that was a bullshit story.
Yeah. He was joking. Facetious Dave. That was facetious Dave right there. You know, full disclaimer before we get too wild and people get too bent out, you know, before the butthurt bar has to get sent out. You know, you guys should all know that are in here in the chat that I've said a million times, I don't care what you buy. If you want to support Harbor Freight, that's fine. But it's not going to stop me from telling my feelings and the truth. You know, like I don't look at somebody being different for buying Harbor Freight or owning Harbor Freight. I don't treat them differently unless they are talking about being a great mechanic and they have a brand new Icon toolbox full of shiny Icon tools. Then I'll be like, okay, this guy's suspect. You know, we've all seen those guys with Snap-on boxes, Mac boxes. Don't matter what you do. The guy that rolls in with the shiniest stuff and says he's a master mechanic, we all know he's full of bullshit, and he gets the butthurt bar eventually. But anyways, yeah, so sounds like whiskey. Yes, I had a couple shots of whiskey. Let's get caught up in the comments. Who else works on Caterpillars? There's a few guys that come in here. Wix Filters for me. Good evening, Bill Beckett. I gotta move through the comments here.
I do a lot of
Yeah.
small Caterpillar motors.
Burnt mass airflow. I had an air temperature sensor that was bad. P101. That's what I had. Shannon Dickerson cannot begin to tell you the amount of S side by sides and ATV inches I rebuilt or replaced due to right there. I used UNI. Kyle, Kelly, tell me UNI is not your best. You're dazzling me up. I'm already jazzed too. Hell yeah. Hey, it's Scout Town. Look at this. Speaking of the Canadian, the Frostbacks are here. The Frostbacks are in the house. It was all I could do to keep from crying. Do you know you're getting old when you sit down on the bench for a breather and then fart so hard that you crack your own? New YouTube crap happening. If you have a YouTube premium account, YouTube Red, then you'll get ads during live streams. Sucks. What? Oh, I'll have to start turning on the ads after the live stream then. I'm going to do that then. Get them CP. Both things are junk. You can get secondary buys better. Yeah. Frosty and Living Color. that is hilarious, hipsters and hippies. I have a question. Why does Harbor Freight have nasty smell? Because it's all coming out of a Chinese shipping container.
It's the rubber that they use gassing off in there. Nasty shit.
The shipping crates. This is the first live I've ever seen ads on while I'm only seeing. Hold on. Let me see if I can shut them off real quick.
No, every live has ads now if you're monetized.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Seriously? That is some bullshit. That is some
absolute. I thought there's a way you can adjust the ads. I think Fluffy said there's a way you can adjust when the ads occur.
Damn.
But I don't know how to do it.
I love you. Frosty, I love you.
All right.
And just so you know, everybody in the comment section or in chat, if you get a bunch of Harbor Freight commercials, it's not because you're listening to CP the Tool Addict. It's because of what you normally watch on YouTube. It goes with your algorithm, not his. Like if you're all about guitars and stuff, you'll keep getting guitar ads.
No, they actually pay for Harbor Freight ads on my channel. No bullshit. That is a true story. I heard it straight from the Harbor Freight guy. He told me. He said they actually,
because a lot of people get mad.
Marketing guys pay extra to put ads on my channel. In fact, it helps boost my ad revenue even. And it's so awesome because they like, hey, we love your advertising for us.
Well, see, I actually sent a message to YouTube, asked them a question. They said the ads are based on your algorithm, the watchers, the viewers' algorithm, on what they particularly watch, and they're related to them. And I'm like, makes no sense because I get Harbor Freight ads all the time when I'm watching you, when I watch Fluffy, online mechanic tips. Even
it's all cool.
I never am researching anything that has to do with Harbor Freight.
It's all tool channels. This is a great one here, Turkey 101. Not to mention Harbor Freight stuff doesn't hold resale value. If you have to sell your tools in that one instance, people talk about this all the time. Like, why would you sell your tools? I get it. I sell very few tools. In fact, I've sold 4 tools last year, which I sell all my scan tools. Like I'm getting ready to roll over some more scan tools. I constantly am selling scan tools. Better to buy used Snap-on. Yeah, well, if you buy used Snap-on, then like you're buying hardline stuff and you're buying it at used value, you're getting a deal.
Well, Harbor Freight has its place. Some of the stuff is just a one-time use to get you by. Sometimes it's you're buying cheap and you hope it works long enough to get make you happy for your investment. But let's face it, if you're going to go skydiving, you're not going to Harbor Freight looking for a parachute. And if you are, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
I could say if you are, you're a redneck.
Yeah, I've done a video on this.
You go to Harbor Freight to buy a parachute, you're a redneck.
Right. People shit on Snap-on all the time because Snap-on holds its value. When you bring it up to Harbor, dude, I did a video on this and showed where I bought my Snap-on picks, had the receipt I still got it. I did a video on this, and you ought to see the comments. They literally no matter what you tell them, that's the problem. They're so closed-minded. They're not willing to be open-minded about stuff. It's not about Snap-on. Second of all, here's the other thing is, still don't understand this is why people call me a Snap-on fanboy. Can anybody in the chat say that I'm a Snap-on fanboy? I mean, a lot of people said they found me because of Mac tools. That's the real interesting thing that still boggles my mind. But that's here and there.
My two biggest trucks I purchased from are my Mac tool man, which I've had the same Mac tool guy for my whole career. He's got a very large route, and I every place I've worked, I've stayed in his route. So I had the same Mac guy the whole time I've been doing this.
Yep.
I watched him become an old man. He's watching me become an older guy. I mean, and my Snap-on guy, I had him for 25 years, and he now has a person running his route that's eventually probably going to buy and take over his route. And the young guy that he has running his route is really fucking cool. So I deal with them in the most because they're very cool. I do not have a snobby Snap-on dealer.
Yeah.
My snobby dealer that thinks his stuff is the best and everybody else sucks is my Matco dealer.
Yeah.
And I release from my Matco dealer.
That's a bad tool dealer right there. I will tell you this. That's the one way to become. That's one way to lose your business real fast.
You could have. Real quick, you could buy we could have a tech come in the shop. He buys a brand new Snap-on Epic 84 or 68 inch or whatever. And our Matco guy really seriously come in and be like, why didn't you talk to me about a toolbox? If you wanted a real box, why didn't you talk to me? Why did you buy this cheap piece of shit? They'll literally say that to the tech. And I'm like, just take that. And I'm like, you're such an asshole. First of all, there's nothing cheap about that Snap-on Epic box.
Yep.
My Matco guy is so humble, and he is such a sweetheart, man.
Different tool dealer.
He turned around. It wasn't his day to come by my shop today, but
how long has he been in the business?
30 years.
Okay, that's why. My Matco guy is 3 years in the business.
He broke his route today and hauled ass over to my shop to drop me off an impact wrench. I sent him a text. He was there within 20 minutes.
But I know Snap-on guys. I know Snap-on dealers. Like I have friends that have Snap-on dealers on other routes that have been doing it for 25 years, and they're still arrogant son of a bitches that their stuff's the best. Fuck the rest. And you buy Snap-on or you don't own tools. And
well, it's the dual 80. You know, you got to have your dual 80 fix.
I get tired of talking about Snap-on versus Harbor Freight because the fact is it's not Snap-on versus Harbor Freight.
Everybody.
Yeah, because essentially they just use Snap-on as a blanket statement, but they call tool trucks and the stupid stuff they say. The comments you go read. Listen, like Eric just said here, or the Fox Can Fix It just said here. I just did that short. Go read the comments. It's ridiculous, and I went off on those guys in the comments. Trust me, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of listening to people whine, talk about price, the hypocritical stuff, talk about their warranty. Hey, listen, fellas, I said it in the last video. If I needed to get a tool warranty, I guarantee you, Harbor Freight ain't going to open the doors for me at 9:50 at night when I need a tool to get warranty, and I can call my tool dealer.
Now that you mention it, when somebody says to me, Dave, like a newer, younger guy, what do you think's the best tool to buy, the best brand to buy, the best this?
There's not.
I'll say there is no such thing as the best. Like, they're all going to break. They're all going to wear out. Some things are better than others. Some companies make better products than others. I said, but when you start investing a lot in tools, right now, if you're working at this shop, you're lucky. We have very dependable tool trucks.
Yeah. What's up, Graham?
But I tell them buy who you think you will always have. You'll always be able to warranty it with. Don't buy something that you're going to fight to get warranted or have a hard time getting warranted.
25 degrees on.
Like Tecton is a great option.
Damn.
Tecton's warranty is very simple.
Why? Remember, for 4 months, buying Harbor Freight 2 goals equals voting for Biden. Pretty much. Eric Schmidt is a huge liberal, and he wants to destroy your amendment rights. There's no doubt about it.
Well, first it'll be the second, then it'll be the first.
If that guy was running the country, he would put all of us in the poorhouse, 100%. I guarantee you, because he runs around on a yacht, collects stupid art. Which I know there's probably art collector people
out there. He'll continue to do so, but you'll hand over all your shit and get issued a pair of black pajamas.
Yeah, hell yeah.
When it comes to what I suggest the young guys to buy tools, I suggest buy on the service you're getting, but also think about warranty. Buy something you know you'll be able to get warranted.
Yep, I think you paid roughly. Well, I bought Harbor Freight tools too. I get ads on Fluffy's live too. I roughly paid $250 for my 5-drawer tool cart mid 2021. I've had a few years now. It still works pretty good. I'd say probably today's lower Chinese Craftsman boxes for sure. My understanding is that creators have no control. Yeah, I didn't know that. I stopped watching Smart Man. That guy's the biggest waste of space on YouTube. I was watching CP and they got my email. What? But they got my email address and I spent money at their store. I just buy what works. Hey, I get it. Like, I'm not telling you not to buy anything. I've never ever said, I just tell you my opinion. Okay. I'm not telling anybody not to buy. I don't give a shit what you buy. It's your money. Make your decision. Remember that.
I actually bought something from them I needed in a pinch. I was actually shocked how well they worked. I don't know what brand they are. I'd have to go look and see if I could find them. They were step drills, and they worked like a charm.
Why do they do that? Because they're more DIY guys. Yes, exactly, 100%.
You know who's got a badass step drill right now is Astro. Those the ones with the blue on them. Those things are sharp as hell.
Apex Tool fanboy. I might be an Apex Tool fanboy. What's up, Everyday Fleet Tech? How you doing? I found you from Gear Wrench Bolt Biter videos. Hell yeah. I can definitely say, CP, you're not a Snap-on fanboy. In my opinion, you're a USA fanboy, Quality Tool fanboy, not a Snap-on. Yes. That's just it. People need to, people
maybe slightly a Japanese tool fanboy.
I am a Japanese fanboy. I'm a connoisseur of good tools. That's all there is to it. I am a connoisseur of good tools. I'm a connoisseur of good tools.
I will say this.
I'm a connoisseur of fine automobiles. Actually more along the lines of hillbilly trucks, but I'm a connoisseur of good, fine pew-pews. I like decent pew-pews. I don't have the best. Once again, I don't have the worst. I have in the middle of the road. I'm a connoisseur of middle of the road tools. Basically, I guess higher end. Middle of the road does not mean cheap Chinese tools or low-end Taiwanese tools. It means high-end Taiwanese tools or middle-of-the-road USA. But when you look at it, I have the best screwdrivers in the market, Vessel. Best screwdrivers in the market. I have narrowed that down. There's no doubt in my mind Vessel are the best. The best locking pliers. Absolutely Eagle Grip. No doubt about it in my mind.
And now the newest versions are going to be stuck with Snap-on, though.
Yeah, which is, it's all right. I got most of them anyways.
Well, if you guys look at those pictures I sent you today, you'll see Snap-on, you'll see Proto, you'll see Mac.
I got everything too. I got everything. I got Vim, I got Mako, I've got Snap-on, I got Proto.
When it comes
everything in my box. I have
when it comes to wrenches, there's still nobody to me that comes down as a definitive winner. You can go with Wright, Snap-on, Precision Torque, Max.
Well, Wright makes a great tool, but I just don't even like to talk about them because their availability and the ability, it's too hard to deal with. Wright doesn't want to sell tools. I don't think they'll be around that much longer unless they change up their marketing and they do something.
They'll be around. I think they sell to a specific industry. I mean, I'm sure there's like oil drilling and mining and things like that where they buy in bulk, And then there's government
something because Wright tools. I mean, I have some sockets. I have some stuff that's Wright tool, and they're excellent tools. But
where do you get them? You can't go to the store and buy them.
Take it easy, Doc. Good to see you for a little bit, buddy.
Good night,
Doc. Do people shit on Mac because I never see hate? Yeah, they do. It's just not as much because Snap-on has done the limelight. But is it really Harbor? Yeah, exactly. It's not. It's not Harbor Freight versus Snap-on. And that's the thing is people will only shit on Snap-on. You know why? Because Jeff from the Den of Tools and other dumbasses on YouTube started that shit. And it's just absolutely ignorant.
That's something I often wonder when you go into Harbor Freight and you're pricing something out. Do you know the average consumer in Harbor Freight? It says compared to Snap-on at such price. The average consumer had no idea Snap-ons was that price for something that they claim they claim this is the equivalent product, but
That's
it is
the problem.
It
That's
isn't.
hit the nail
But
on
the
the
average
head.
consumer doesn't have any idea what a Snap-on tool costs.
Oh, you know what? Well, if you're buying tools based Harbor Freight stuff based on YouTube videos, most likely you're getting the worst information I've ever seen on the entire planet. I will tell you that the majority of the Harbor Freight people that are doing videos are only doing them and giving positive reviews, and they have no fucking clue what they're talking about. First of all, they have no experience with any other tool brand. But right there, that's leading you down the wrong path. You know, they're not giving you the best option. You know, they're only telling you from experience based on one level of tools, maybe two, maybe some old crap from Ace or something like that. But they've never had Snap-on, they've never had Mac, they've never had Cornwell, they've never used this stuff in a professional setting. And I'm not saying that makes me the god of all god of tools. I'm just simply saying is, you know, the proof is in the pudding. If you're going to take advice from somebody about buying, I mean, first of all, people like the Den of Tools never step foot on a Snap-on truck, yet that clown literally runs around telling everybody how terrible Snap-on is and everything else. Well,
he doesn't even work on a car. He has his car serviced by a shop. He doesn't even do an oil change.
You know,
he says all this crap on his channel, and he doesn't do any of that stuff.
Well, I don't want to be like forced negative here and say that I'm not trying to like rip on people, but I do see a lot of bad information that it's to me just common sense. First of all, if you're watching a guy that's doing a U.S. General and he's got a whole box full of Icon and he says, "Oh, I've had Snap-on, I've had Mac," then why don't you still have it? Okay, because you're telling me that you bought this stuff for full retail and then got rid of it. Either you were a meth addict at some time.
Got rid of it at half price. You got rid of it at half price at best.
Right, exactly. Got rid of tools that you paid a full retail price for. It means that you would make poor financial decisions anyways. Because if you paid full retail, why would you sell it? Okay, and if you needed tools and used tools and you sell it, then why would you do that? Okay, that's just full on, you know. Second of all, if you're listening to somebody who's buying a Harbor Freight toolbox and they're telling you, "Oh, this is the best toolbox out there," okay, based on what experience? Based on what experience is that? You have none, and experience is everything. And I know people are gonna wait. Let's hand out the butthurt bar, because I know this is definitely a butthurt bar moment. People,
you had that prepared and ready.
Yeah, people are not going to like what I got to say because they're going to get offended. You know what? I'm sorry. Listen, it's not. I'm sorry if you're offended. It's not my problem. It's a you problem. If you're offended, there's the butthurt moment of the night right here. Brought to you by CP the Tool Addict. If you're offended, I'm sorry. It's not my problem. It's yours. But the truth is the truth, and the truth hurts. And you know what? The people I care about the most, I'm willing to tell the honest truth to. Because you know why? I do care. That, and you got to accept that. That's honestly, you know, if you aren't willing to tell somebody they got a booger hanging out of their nose, why would you let them go down the path of buying a toolbox and wasting? You can go buy a Master Force toolbox, deeper toolbox, which granted, not everybody has a Menards. You can go buy a Master Force toolbox, spend $3,500, save yourself $1,100 to $1,200 on that. Sometimes even get a rebate and get a deeper toolbox. Can't check that out. A deeper toolbox. Wait a second, CP. You're telling me you can save money from going to Harbor Freight and finding, and they're made by Montezuma. So you're getting a quality toolbox. And not only that, they are on the internet. People have Master Force toolboxes and I'm very happy with them. Watch West Work has a Master Force toolbox, has been using it and says it's a great toolbox and been using it. What's his name? Up there in North Dakota, that guy that does car Willet runs and stuff. He has a Master Force. He's had forever. I can't think of what the hell his name is. Anyways, there's guys out there that have, huh?
Vice Grip?
No, he's in Tennessee. This one's no, I can't think of what his name is. He does videos Monday morning. I watch him every once in a while. Anyways, my point being is Harbor Freight hasn't been on the market long enough either. People talk about how great Icon is. No different than those Icon pliers. You're comparing a plier that's been on the market for literally 60 days to a plier company that's been in business for 140 years? I don't think so, Chuck. I don't think so, Tim. Remember Tool Time? I don't think so, Tim. You know, let's use a lot of logic on that. Hi-de-ho, guys. Look at this. It's the number one. It's the Bears number one. The Bears number one fan right there.
Ryobi tools are trash.
I don't care. how you break it if there's a warranty, it's getting swapped out. Yeah, I mean that's subjective still. If you break it and the warranties, listen. If I have a wrench that breaks every time I use it, do you think that warranty really matters? Nope. It's kind of moot point. We got Jeff Gately in the house. What the frick, fellas?
Oh, Jesus, Chef.
We got Chef Gately in the house.
Chad, CP, who's Pal Mac?
Pal Mac Tools. That's where you buy Japanese stuff.
Somebody's saying they why do you trash them? I've never heard you trash them.
Let's see here.
YouTube
Where's
music.
Pal? Oh yeah, Pal Mac sucks. The people that are doing that. Binford's gonna sell tools now.
I'm impressed, Jeff. Don't trip on that thing.
Could someone tell CP's issue on Pal Mac? They're local to myself, but I thought CP had it. Yeah, that is the people that got Pal Mac. They've tried to straighten themselves out a little bit. I think they've done a lot better getting their shit together. So that was an old issue. That's an old issue. I think we've gotten things solved, but I don't promote Pal Mac, and Pal Mac supports people that are dick riders. That's my biggest problem is they want people that only say good things. That's the other thing is these guys that get tools given to them. You know why some of these companies don't want to work with me? Because I tell them exactly how it is, and I'm not being a complete dick about it, but I don't want to put out something on my channel that isn't good. I don't want to give somebody bad advice. So, anyway, Steph, how are you doing, buddy?
Oh, not too bad.
Working hard, hardly working?
Hardly working.
Hardly working. Look at that. Your dealer will give you a free bucket with a $29.99 purchase.
I'm getting something out here for somebody to look at.
Here's a good gauge on Harbor Freight Toolbox.
Just to have somebody wanting to talk about something, I'll put this right here.
Yeah, Ryobi. There's another one that gets shit on a lot, and I don't see a lot of bad stuff. They're not. Well, wait, Chaka's in the house. You're gonna get Chaka fired up.
That's the reason why I wanted to put it up.
Buck for Pops, $4.99.
Oh, that's an old one,
Yeah.
right? I used to have one of those.
I got older.
They lasted a long time.
Chaka Gillis in the house. Watch out, Mortsky. Yeah, there's Mortsky repair. You're right,
Jeff. I've got the new brushless version, and I like it as much as my Milwaukee Fuel. It's lighter.
The beard is looking good, Chef.
It works.
Chef, the beard is looking good. I mean, you got that thing. You're going to be in ZZ Top mode here for too long.
Which brushless one are you talking about?
Chef, why have you? If we got you a goddamn guitar and you got a brushless out there and got yourself brushed up like Billy, what is his name? Billy
Gibbons?
Billy Gibbons. I think you could actually pull off something right there and like get something going. Come on, hot dress.
Every girl crazy about a sharp dress, man.
Dude, I think that would be a great deal to get you in a suit and a guitar and have some Billy Gibbons. Dude, you know how viral you would go on TikTok right away, Chef?
Probably would.
You'd have all the 60-year-old women's panties just soaked.
What do you mean 60 minutes?
And damn,
you'll get 40-year-old.
But you can't buy me. Hell yeah. I'm about to go on a snap on Epic. Should go on Reddit and find those fanboys fired up. Oh yeah, dude. Easy.
Well, I got something here you really like. CP.
Hey, you have any blue Ryobis?
Yeah, I put an order in.
Well, you're gonna go. Oh, there you go. Look at that. The American Cowboy. There you go, right there.
Oh, that's right out of the premise video right there.
I don't take any tools. I don't either. That's the problem. That's why they don't want to give me tools, because I said, listen, fellas, I ain't going to take no tools unless you can say. Beaver did not like it when I wanted to tell. I was like, here's the deal. And then that Temu, they didn't want me to. They were like, you need to do this script. And I said, I ain't doing shit. I go, I don't know who you think you are. And they're like, well, we'll pay you $1,500. And I was like, well, I don't give a shit if you do pay me $1,500. I still ain't doing it. I go, and you know what the sad part is? I ain't a rich man. $1,500? You know how many trips to the strip club that is? Come on now.
I may perform a sex act for $1,500, but I
I
won't
mean,
buy about two.
there's many days that if somebody came to me and said, "Hey, I need this fixed right now, and I'll give you $1,500," I'm like, "Hell yeah!" I turned down $1,500 because of my morals. A lot of people would say I was stupid. Just do the dumb ad. I mean, look at all the YouTubers who do it. That ex Pittsburgh front lines, the football player that turned into a wood builder guy, John Malakis. That guy rode the hell out of Timo. They spent $7 billion on Super Bowl ads. Like
Damn.
$7 billion or $7 million. Excuse me, million, not billion. I gotta watch this guy. Look at that. Chef looking like Wheeler Walker Jr. in that hat. Oh God, Wheeler Walker.
Now, what's the difference between Temu and Wish?
Temu's worth, I think. They sell your information. Chef, are you getting ready to put on your banana hammock? Is that what you're shooting up?
Keep the banana in the hammock, Chef. In the hammock.
No, he said he wanted to see some blue Ryobi.
Oh, yeah, there you go. My dad used to have blue Ryobi. Shit worked good until the batteries didn't.
Yeah.
It was heavier.
That's the only reason why we went to Craftsman's.
Right.
I gotta go out.
Tools. Wheeler Walker Jr. I can't believe you, Richard Morris, brought up. Temu is the Wish version of Wish.com. Yeah. So we need to gear up since we got Chef on here now. I'm sure he's got some Horde shop stories. But we need to gear into the second segment of the video, or into our part 2 of this.
I have a question for Chef.
Yeah.
If I might. Chef, what's going on with your toolbox?
I haven't been messing with it.
Been cold out. His garage is cold. He's cold. Yeah, winter's cold.
Cold.
You'll get to her when she gets warmed up. So we're gonna talk about shop accidents in the shop.
Ooh.
The tool Palmax sellers are good. The time to take them to get you is negative. I've had that experience too, Chris. Terrible shipping times, terrible customer service. That was my biggest problem. Lack of they don't understand what they're doing logistically. It's a whole mess. New company didn't know what they were doing. It's just a pain in the ass. That's all there is to it. It's easier to buy off Amazon. I'll be honest with you, Chris. That's the biggest thing with Paul Mac. Easier to buy off Amazon than to buy from Paul Mac. But you can't get all the selection they have on Paul Mac. That's the long and short of it. But
8:30 or 9. I don't know. It's up to you.
So let's start with Chef. Let's kick this off in the second segment. Chef, tell me one of your worst shop accidents that you ever had.
One of my worst shop accidents?
Yeah, like let's say like you saw it happen in the shop, like a toolbox tipping over or a car getting flipped off the hoist, some sort of OSHA violation. Putting people, or maybe I should kick it off. Maybe Dave should kick it off. He was going to tell a story about driving. Let's kick it off with Dave's driving into the shop story, since he's already got one. Tell everybody about driving into what was the other one you were talking about that we were saving? Not the drive-in. You already did tell the drive-in, but there was another story you were talking about last week that we were supposed to save for this tonight.
I'm trying to remember.
That was time to get Chef's juices flowing.
What was I going to talk about?
Who'd we lose? Oh, Frosty's back.
I think I was just going to talk about like certain shop safety. Like, don't ever stand in front of a car that's coming in the shop, because you don't know if it's going to stop. So when you walk as another tech walking through the shop, if the car's coming in, either basically be out of the way. Be out of the way of that lane. I saw incidents where I saw somebody get hit and crushed up against a toolbox because the car coming in the shop did not stop.
Right.
and they weren't able to get out of the way.
Look, it worked.
Oh my God. He resurrected an old gem.
Hey, it still works. This sucker's tough too.
We have an exorcism on the channel tonight. Where's Chaka Gillis at? Chaka,
where's
can
Chaka?
you believe this? This guy literally is like a disciple from Jesus, and he pulled out a blue Ryobi and got it working. This is absolute ludicrous.
I put a new battery in it, and it works fine.
This is ludicrous. Yeah, it is. But Amazon you got to be careful with because it is up and down. So a shop safety story. So I was telling a story about a guy that was working on a car, and here's a thing that I seen. I had a guy one time. First, we'll tell a simple one first, then I'll go to that later. So one time a guy was working on a car, and we were standing there. The car's running, and I was like, the customer's in a hurry. And I'm like, we got to go. He's standing there, got his hands on the fender, under the hood, and I grab a hold of the hood rod and drop the hood. His hands were in the hood of the car.
Ouch! Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Once again, always look before you close the hood. And he stands there and he's looking at me and he's like, dude, you just shut my hands in the car. Didn't even say a word. And he's like, dude, you shut my hands in the car. And I'm like, why'd you have your hands in there? And luckily he didn't pull them out because he would have been screwed. And luckily he didn't cut off any of his digits. Just a couple of scratches and a little bit of bruising. But yeah. Oh, there we go. There's a good one. How many of you have forgot? What was your first story of you forgetting to pump the brakes on a car?
That's an old one. That's still a common error amongst young guys.
Yeah, there you go. Forgetting to pump the brakes. Almost smashed right into another text toolbox.
If you work in an automotive shop, if you get in the car.
Hi, Chris.
Whether you worked on it or not, whether you're a sales associate or a repair, one of the technicians or a lube tech, whatever you want to consider yourself. If the car's in the shop or even in the parking lot, you're an automotive repair industry. Before you move that car from park to drive or any of that stuff, always make sure you have a brake pedal.
Right?
I've got a good story for you.
Customers drop cars off that have no brake pedals, but they knew on the way coming to your shop, they had to sit there and pump the brake real fast to get that brake pedal to pump up a little bit. Or maybe you didn't realize it got towed in. You get in the car, the stupid ass puts it in reverse or whatever. Next thing you know, you can't stop.
There you go.
You got to have a brake pedal before you move a car. Before you take your car and put it from park to drive, make sure you got a brake pedal. You should notice that when you first hit the brake pedal, because you got to hit the brake pedal to get it out of park if you have a properly functioning car.
Jeff, what do you got for me, buddy? Let's hear it.
So I've got a good one for you.
Perfect. I love good ones.
Okay. We did them diesel transfers. That's what I learned on. Doing the old diesels.
Hey, girlfriend.
Well, we had a customer car come here. They were Japanese. They come work for DTR here. But anyways, they brought one of them Woody station wagons.
Nice.
Here for us to transfer from a diesel to a gas. So, I do most of the job myself. I pull the motor and do all this stuff. I mean, I'm a teenager doing this shit. Okay.
Right.
So we get this thing all put together. My dad was out back mowing. My mom was doing something else. I take this custom cruiser station wagon with the freshly built 350 Oldsmobile in it, and I back it out of the garage, okay? And I keep backing up, and I'm looking over my shoulder on the right-hand side. I've got the door open on the driver's side, okay? I'm backing it out. All of a sudden, I hear, I'm like, oh, shit. Look to my left. Here, my mom had parked. My mom's driving a Cadillac Sedan DeVille, okay? She didn't park it where she normally parks it at. She left it stick out into the driveway a little bit. And the door to that custom cruiser caught the back quarter of my mom's Cadillac.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and pulled the door off that custom cruiser. Guess who had to pay to get that painted and everything?
Damn.
I didn't make any money on that engine job. I was just a teenager. Dad
Wow.
said, well, guess what where your money's going to? And tell you what, that decal for the woodwork wasn't cheap.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We got Turner on the stream. Woo! What's up, Turner?
Yeah, just waking up from my nap, being old.
Hey, you'll have that. We got hipsters and hipsties. What do you say here? The experience I had last, handy last, was when I pulled 94 Ranger up to the gas pump as soon as I shut off. The brake line blew out. Seemingly no reason. I always check the pedal. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You mentioned sellout. Yeah. Mr. Subaru is a he's a fake mechanic. Once again, that's part of YouTube. That's what we do. It's all about who can make the best videos and make them posh nowadays, fellas. Real doesn't sell. Real doesn't sell. Remember that. Anyways, so my Frosty, did you give an example, or Turner? You got an example?
I've got a ton of them. If Turner
Well,
wants to go first, he can go first.
Well, another measure of safety I do is 99.9% of the time, any car I'm working on, especially if the work order and the complaint I see, like it's a diagnostic of some type or whatever, and it's got a weird ass complaint, just something that, I don't know. Bottom line, I usually rack the car, at least at the hoist, lifted enough where the wheels are just barely kissing the ground. Because I've had a car, while I was in front of it, all of a sudden go into gear and go forward. Even though the damn thing was in park, it was sitting there running. There was a failure in the transmission. That was the whole drivability issue. The transmission was shot to shit. But the car lunged forward on me and took off forward on me while I was in front of it. And I actually kind of swung myself over the freaking engine bay of the car and off to the side of the fender as it slammed into my toolbox. And I reached in the car and shut the key off. And I'm like, what the hell was that? Then when I went to go start it back up, if I put it in park, it went forward. If I put it in reverse, it went forward. If I put it in neutral, it went forward. If I put it in drive, it went forward. It wouldn't go in reverse. It wouldn't do anything. We actually had to basically drag the car out of the shop. And the customer says, what did you do to my transmission? And we said, the whole problem is your transmission shot. Something failed in the tranny. I brought it in because it was hesitating. It wasn't going when I gave it gas on. I'm sure it has something to do with the failure we're dealing with right now. This thing goes forward no matter what position you put the trans into. And the shift cable was hooked up. Nothing was wrong with the shift cable or any of that. Damn thing. It was a Toyota Camry. That thing was in drive after whatever happened while I was looking at it, and it lunged forward on me. After that, it was in drive no matter what at all times.
I'll be damned.
The craziest thing I ever saw. Scared the shit out of me. I thought somebody was fucking with me, to be honest with you. Pardon my French, but I thought somebody was fucking with me. I thought somebody slammed the car and started to go forward slowly, and then all of a sudden it started to really move, and I'm like, oh shit. And I got the hell out of there. Like I said, I rolled across the fender, and
I had a similar instance where a guy I was working to in the shop. I'll be honest with you, I've been pretty fortunate myself. I haven't had anything really crazy happen to me. Maybe because I am a little too cautious sometimes. But the funny thing is I say that, and then I think, man, you wrecked 3 motorcycles and dislocated your shoulder, broke your collarbone, and it's like, how are you not like, I've had a few fires in some shops. That's a common one. I've had fires where, you're screwing around and doing some fuel stuff and it hits a spark plug that's open.
Oh, yeah, we've had some fires. We've had some
fires.
Yeah,
those always make your pants fill up quick. But the one that I seen the one that really scared the shit out of me was a guy one day that was working in a shop with me, was working on a car, and he had to have the car in neutral, right? He had it in neutral, and he was messing around with the transmission TCM, and he lowered the car down just a little bit too much and forgot he still had it neutral, and it slipped in between neutral and drive and lunged on forward and pinned him between the toolbox and the car. Yeah. That's a scary one. Which I know a lot of guys talk about, getting pinned in between the toolbox. That's freaking that's insane. That's friggin' insane.
I think the craziest thing I ever saw happen, and I'll be honest, it was my early years when I was working at corporate owned Firestone Complete Auto Care.
Oh,
Don't ask me what the hell happened. At that time, they had hydraulic, old fashioned globe, hydraulic in ground hoist, and a technician pulled the car in, and they shut the car off, and he went over to another car, and all of a sudden, I hear this noise, and I look, and I see this car fucking going up in the air, and you can see the front end's nose diving. And all of a sudden, I just told everybody, heads up and get the hell out of there. That's all I screamed. And all of a sudden, the car goes up, and it fucking boom, it dumps over, drops its ass on the car in the bay next to it. The crazy thing is, nobody was there trying to hoist the car up. Something in the valve, something in the air valve, the stupid little lever. Something broke internally and it went bad, and it's air in it. The car was not set there and designed to be racked or anything. In fact, whoever was used the bay last had the legs all pushed in together, and it caught the middle of the car, but it went up by its damn self, took the car up, the car teeter-tottered and went over on its side, dropped right on the car next to it. Luckily, nobody was in the area, but I'll tell you, it made one hell of a noise, and it damaged the living shit out of the toolbox and various other shop equipment. But I've seen a hoist break its hoist arms on old ass hoist. Like the shop I currently work at, because they have to do it for insurance purposes, for their liability insurance. We get full hoist inspections every 6 months, and if anything's wrong with them, we have to repair them all. And then they certify, the company that we bring in, it's a hoist company, certifies that these hoists are blah, blah, and our ownership has to send that into the insurance company. So we still, like, we have liability coverage saying that, hey, if some tech dies because the hoist fails, these hoists were up to par. They were checked, inspected at a proper interval, and certified that they're safe. If there's a cable frayed, anything's wrong with them, a pad wore out, we have to get it fixed. The hoist is down and out of commission until they fix it. They check our hoist every 6 months. If anything's wrong, like we had a hoist, they had to redo the pads for. They said the cracks were too. When they went to go retorque the bolts on the above ground hoist, the bolts just kept turning. It was pulling it right out of the cement. They said the pads, the cement around the hoist were bad, so they had to recut out, take the hoist down and cut out, and re-pour new pads for the hoist. Let that harden, set the hoist back on it, and redo it all. But they can check them every 6 months. If anything's wrong, ownership always gets it fixed. Said yes to, or his liability insurance will drop on him. It's not a state thing. It's not a federal thing. He said you won't find an insurance company that will keep you insured for liability coverage against accidental shit like that, death, major injury due to a equipment failure, if you don't have everything in your shop up to par. He said if anybody says differently, they're full of shit. He said no insurance company will cover you if you're not up to par on that stuff.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm sure big chain corporations don't do it quite that strict. They're probably not quite as strict about it, but they're probably self-insured.
You know, back when I was a kid, I don't know if I was a kid. I was in my 20s. I was working for a guy. We had 2 bays. And we were just expanding shops. We were working on BMWs and Mercedes. We were transmission specialists. And my boss, he was from East Germany. He was one of those guys that would not listen. And he just put a tranny in this BMW, and it's overheating. And he can see steam coming up, but it was on the back of the engine. It had coolant hoses, like big heater hoses going to the back of the engine. It was a 12-cylinder. And I said, Wolfgang, you better wait until that thing cools off. We'll go in, we'll retighten all the hoses. Maybe we got to put new clamps on there. But don't get your hand in there, because if you get your hand in there, you're not going to be able to get it out. I know what I'm doing. So he reaches in there with his with a screwdriver, and he goes and he tries to tighten up a worm clamp on a hot engine. Boiling. I mean, this thing's probably running at 220, 230. Hose splits and burns. Beams his arm. I mean, 3rd-degree burns. His whole forearm. And his hand is stuck. He can't get his hand out. And I'm watching the steam. He's doing the dance. His feet are off the ground. Absolutely nothing I can do. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, did that just happen? So he gets his hand out. I shut the car off. I said, come on, we're going to the hospital. No, we don't go to the hospital. I'm like, what are you going to do? You're on, you're on fire. We're going to the hospital. No, we don't go to the hospital. Jesus Christ. Let's see. That's number one.
One of my favorite stories is leaving the keys in the car while doing work mobile, and while I'm at my toolbox having my sip of coffee, they come out and decide to try to take their car for a drive with half the engine torn apart.
Oh my! Oh my!
That's a shop policy in our shop now with these new cars. Well, all cars, every car being serviced in our facility, we must pop and open up the hood on the car.
I mean, 1 second, guys.
You know why? Because we had a case where, don't ask me why our dumbass young tech or young up-and-coming tech / general service guy, he's supposed to open the hood so we know the hood opens before you lift the car and drop the oil out of it. But he drops the oil out of this car. It's sitting there draining. And all of a sudden, the freaking car starts up.
You making a phone call while they're on the goddamn live.
He put it on mute. This customer screwed around with their key fob while they were working on the car and started their car remotely. If the hood's open, the car don't start. As long as the hood ajar is open, a remote start don't work. The factory remote start doesn't work. But they actually started their car while we were draining their oil. Mm-hmm. We almost believe they tried to do it on purpose, but trust me, that car came down off that hoist real quick and the engine got shut off. We shut that sucker down, but
trying to see if my Wi-Fi will work out here in the garage or not.
It looks like it is. You're looking pretty good there, Chef. You're looking snazzy, real snazzy. What was you gonna? Weren't you gonna tell a story, Turner? Weren't you gonna say something, Turner?
Well, aside from a customer starting, I've had multiple customer start cars. Not of that. I'll always make sure you keep people out of the shop, like the customers out of the shop, because I've had customers come in and decide that they wanted to start helping, and I've gotten brake cleaner sprayed in my eyes, like all kinds of.
What, dude? Have you ever sprayed brake cleaner in your own eyes? Come on now.
No, I sprayed in my mouth. It's better that way.
Every mechanic out there has sprayed something right in their own face because they were in a hurry and they didn't even pay attention to what the nozzle was pointed at, and you hit the damn thing and it squirts you right in the face.
Ooh. How about if you're underneath the car?
Or hit your hand that goes off towards one side of your face.
Oh,
I've sprayed myself with penetrating oil, brake clean.
Brake clean underneath the car. You're underneath the car, the car's on the hoist, and you're trying to spray off an oil pan. Not only do you get brake clean, but you get motor oil and grit in your eyes. Which I know there's wait a minute. There's going to be the safety glasses comment. I get it. Yeah. Okay. Some of us.
I put safety glasses on if I'm using an air hammer, if I'm grinding anything, using my torch, doing any of this stuff. But in general, daily use. I do not wear my safety glasses. Call me stupid. Call me crazy. My boss and my management bitch at me all the time. I simply am not a person who's had to wear glasses my whole life. I've never gotten used to wearing them. I've just never gotten used to wearing them. I put them on when I know I'm going to do something. I need to. I put them on when they should definitely be on your face. Put it that way.
I don't think anybody's seen this thing with the drawers in it.
Very nice.
Holy macaroni! Look at that gem. Would you look at it? Would you just look at it?
Good old U.S. General, baby.
U.S. Genital. That's the U.S. Hey, can I buy those badges off you, Scott? I need some U.S. General badges. I'm gonna put them on an epic snap-on toolbox.
I actually like the setup, man. I can go all the way down here, and I got a drawer all the way down here that I can use.
Hell yeah!
I love this setup. This thing will be badass, dude.
Yeah.
I even cut this out right here. I got a tray right here.
Nice.
I
love this
Yeah.
setup.
Brother, if it works for you, it's fantastic.
That's right. If it makes your pickle tickled, then I'm tickled.
Well, see, this whole entire side right here is going to be full of metric, and then this side down here is going to be full of standard. So I'll have, metric on one side and standard on the other.
Hey, if it tickles your pickle, then I'm pickled. I'm pickled for your pickle.
And then my middle drawer here is going to be ratchets only.
Hell yeah, that's going to be a full ratchet drawer.
Yep, it's going to be a full ratchet drawer.
Nice.
Let's
it's
see.
actually kind of funny. Frosty's hot water heater hose thing, but something kind of similar today. Tech had the car running, and it was hot. He goes and pulls the cap off. The cap went flying across the room. And he couldn't get the car to shut off. It's one of those button start things. So I had to sit there with my hand over the radiator, like literally holding the coolant in. Like there's a nice perfect ring on my hand now.
Yeah, that's the only time you do.
I think right there is the best feature I put on this thing.
Yeah. What's that? Oh, the slide drawer. Yeah,
the vertical drawer.
I did see some people that upgraded on doing the U.S. General carts that were doing the lids from the carts. Do you still have do you have a cart lid? Did you do this cart lid on the side?
No, I haven't done that yet.
I've seen a lot of guys that took the cart lid on and put them on the side. I thought that was neat. They made it so it's
I've got the lid for this one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they put it on the side of the toolbox so that way they could open it up and have they could hang up their pullers and stuff like that in there. I thought that was a pretty genius idea and a couple of carts that I've seen. Honestly, I still say that you can build a U.S. General cart. I mean, honestly, I might do it just for shits and giggles someday, just to, really shock people. But I would like to take two U.S. General lockers, which now I guess you can't get some of the old lockers. You'd have to buy the Series 3, which are going to be stupid expensive. They're ridiculous. But I'd like to take two side lockers and a cart and turn it into take two carts and two side lockers, and that would be a hell of a little toolbox. Anything you need to start with a toolbox, that would get you done for a long time. Side lockers are highly underrated.
A 40
just to let you guys know that this toolbox now is lower because right here's the original caster for these.
Yeah.
The original casters on these General carts only will hold about 400 pounds apiece.
Right. You upgraded.
The ones that I'm using right there, them will hold 1,000 pounds apiece.
Yeah, love the green. I like the yellow and green. Honestly, that's pretty cool. I do like that.
Well, see, I used the yellow and green because that was my high school colors.
Is those casters taller?
No. The ones I put on it, no, look at the difference in them.
Oh, they're shorter.
These are the originals, and these right here are wider and smaller. They'll take off more weight.
Hey, listen, Chef, no disrespect. My only qualm against that, this is my opinion, keep in mind. I'm getting older, and my shit's hanging too close to the ground anyways. So I like to be up higher. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I like stuff to be up taller than I do lower now. So I
Well,
do
see,
like toolboxes to be
them
up a
are the
little
only
bit.
casters I could find that would hold the weight that I was going to go for.
Right. Yeah, no, I understand.
Those 4 casters will hold 4,000 pounds.
Right.
You could have bought
I
gas
With the weight,
Snap-on for $1,000.
I'm putting on this thing, it'll exceed 4,000 pounds.
Gold Mighty US. The T-shirts are yet to be made. Yes, I have to get the US Genital T-shirts made. America's favorite cool. America's favorite box, the US Genital.
US Genital.
Hey, Dad, about 49 years ago, Dad and I were drinking one day. We decided to fire up the race car. We'd been working on it. And neither one of us will admit to doing it, screwed the distributor cap down on backward on the magneto. So he's leaning over the seat, hitting the starter button, and I'm spraying fuel into the hat. And we go, and finally, instead of lighting, it backfires out the injector. And you can't see alcohol when it burns.
Oh, we lost Chef.
So I started smoking. I was on fire, alcohol fire. Luckily, we were out back, and the swimming pool was about 10 feet away. But yeah, my clothes were on fire. You know, you couldn't see the flames, but you could see the smoke. I blew myself up.
I'll be dipped.
We had another one. I was working at the machine shop over in Northridge, and one of our Bridgeport mills in the back actually belonged to a customer. And that customer, after 30 years, decided he was moving out of state, moving up to Bend, Oregon. So he was going to take the Bridgeport with him. And rather than call the machinery movers, the old guys decide, we'll just roll it to the front of the shop on pipes, pick it up with the hoist, and put it in the truck. Well, normally a Bridgeport's got a great big eye bolt right in the head where you can do that, but this one didn't have no eye bolt. So rather than go and get a goddamn eye bolt, these guys decided to put some Harbor Freight T-clamps down in the bed.
Are you at work,
Frosty? Put a chain across of them and pick up this 5,000-pound milling machine.
Are you at work still, Frosty?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry, earlier I thought you were at home already.
Oh, it's not work. This is not work. This is babysitting.
Oh, right. Babysitting
for me.
I'll
be right back.
Jarhead's doing a diagnostic cart giveaway. Every $5 gets you one entry to customer tool cart for Diag. There you go. That's actually Jarhead Diagnostics got some pretty cool stuff. I don't mind supporting him. He's definitely a cool dude. I like him. Quick wrench. I was lucky there was water nearby to flush out the shop when I was closed. The truck outside next door. Sarah, where's Turner at? 10 gifted memberships. 10 gifted memberships. Holy shiitake mushroom. U.S. General cart as a diaper changing storage. I have seen a couple of U.S. General carts use this diaper changing storage. And to be honest with you, it's really kind of not a bad idea. To be honest with you, I think that'd be actually pretty cool because they're cheap enough.
I've got a real crazy idea of what I'm going to do with one of my carts. Crazy idea.
I'm too sexy. I'm too sexy for the screen. I literally have to hide myself because I'm too beautiful. I'm like, I just can't show myself to everybody. I can't. I've become a coveted person in the modeling society, and I have to get paid to show my face now. So sorry, that's the way it is.
Ben Stiller had a lawsuit against him last time he showed his face, so it's
yeah. I started. There was a riot that started. It was like Elvis pandemonium. It was crazy. So I gotta woo myself, especially with tool content, because the one woman that follows me, I believe it's Junie on the Run. The one woman that follows me, well, I believe she's married and has a family. to keep in mind. The one woman that follows tool content, which also is something that blows my mind about a bunch of grown men talking about tools all the time. Nobody. It is not a glamorous portion of YouTube to pick into. I can tell you that much. There's a lot of other things I could have done that would have been probably more, something that would have been more higher volume of views. Gaming for one. I could have done game, which I don't do gaming, but there's a lot of things. JWC Tech, Brian, Shannon, everyone in the chat. Yes, sir. What's up there? Frosty, Montana. Are you from Montana, Frosty? No, he's from California. M. Linder, what up?
If CP had a gaming channel, I think it'd be like a deer hunter game.
Yeah, it would. Actually, you know what? Deer Hunter was one of my favorite games.
He'd be playing Duck Hunt.
That's exactly. Dude, that would be an awesome gaming channel. How come nobody's done that? Where you just sit there and play Dunk Hunt 24/7.
Duck Hunt?
Yeah, dude. Dude, why has nobody done that?
I don't know.
Nintendo channel? I got to look it up. I'll bet there's somebody who has a gaming channel where they just play Duck Hunt.
They should.
It would get boring. You know what the worst part about it was? Everybody had that cheater friend that played Duck Hunt, where he would just walk up to the screen and start blasting ducks, and you're like, "Shut up, dummy!" Which you could never beat Duck Hunt.
You know what?
Never beat Duck Hunt.
You know what? OG Scuba Steve brought up a very good point about old time streams. He said, "Why can't you do an old time stream?"
Yeah, what is an old time stream?
Well, I think he meant where like you show yourself, but we're talking about shop safety here. So our leader of this whole stream right now, our beloved CP the Tool Addict.
I'm not a leader.
He's so good at shop safety. He set himself on fucking fire in his own garage doing a live stream.
This is a true story. Speaking of the devil, of something saying I never had
about that. We should talk about that.
Yeah, we should talk about that. I was on a live stream. Most of you guys probably know they've been here, but I was on a live stream and I had my propane rosebud heater going behind me, and I had my favorite sweatshirt, zip up sweatshirt. It was for a slender guy. And not gonna lie to you, still to this day, it kind of breaks my heart that sweatshirt's gone because I love that sweatshirt. And it was, it just started melting. I'm watching the live stream and I'm like, why is there smoke coming up from behind me? I can't remember whose channel I was on.
I'm on fire. I'm on fire. You should be
I'm on fire, guys. I'm on fire.
Let me see if I can. I can't do that anymore because you got to be able to. I think I have it. Hold on a second. Hold on. I have that segment.
What stream it is, so I don't.
Well, I think it'll allow me to play it if I can.
I remember that.
That's a classic.
That's when I first met you.
Here. We're gonna teach everybody about shop safety.
Oh, I might disappear here. I accidentally reloaded.
That's
He's sitting there smelling things like
you're not.
Hell, that's CP cooking there.
I did the same shit to myself one time. I was working in the garage, cleaning my garage. I had a torpedo heater, and I was trying to clean up more shit on the floor. So I grabbed the torpedo heater. 55,000 BT.
Ability to be successful later on than their peers.
Yes, and that goes a long way, but it's like
I'm on fire! I literally just caught on fire.
Your heater?
Stop, drop, and roll. Oh shit, he really was on fire. Save me, Tom Cruise.
Holy shit.
Run around.
Oh my god!
I need to take this live.
That's
and
a
cut
good
it
coat.
Turn around.
next week.
Turn around.
CP's on fire.
Let's see your back. Make sure you're not like actually still on fire. Oh wow.
Dang it, boy.
How's your back?
Oh, my favorite jacket.
Better ability to be successful later on than their peers.
Yes,
Okay.
and that goes a long way, but it's like
I'm on fire! I literally just caught on fire.
Your heater?
Stop, drop, and roll.
Oh shit.
I did the same shit with time. I took the torpedo heater off the floor and I set it on a coffin freezer I had in the garage at the time. And I'm standing there and I was standing too close to it. And I stood there for a minute and I'm like holding the broom. I'm thinking, okay, where am I going to move next? Where do I want to place this, and this? And all of a sudden I'm like, what the hell is burning? Right? So I continued on moving around, and all of a sudden I realized I was on fire. I was standing too close to the torpedo heater. It caught my shit on fire.
Thank you for the gifted membership. I love this fact. This gifted membership deal is the best thing that YouTube did add to this. It's
How many-
actually giving
How
something
many
to
keep their
people.
memberships?
Huh?
What percentage do you think keep the membership going?
Quite a few. There's quite a few people. I mean, it's not like it costs a bunch, but you know, you have the option after the free membership's up. It doesn't make you like suck you into keeping it. So, you know, it's a good deal. You can try it out. If you don't like it, you know, then you need to go back. I've got a lot of content on there, but you know, yeah, YouTube. That was a YouTube classic. You know what? This is what's cool about my channel is you guys, no matter what, how big I keep, well, how much my channel keeps growing, you guys are still. I can come in here. What's up, Small Town Auto Tech? Where the hell? I clicked on his name and he went away. And I apologize if I missed anybody else that came in the chat, came in here. You know, it's kind of one of those deals. I try to just say hi to everybody and give everybody a little, you know, a little something or other. But no matter Squirrel, no matter how, you know, that's me. I'm sorry, guys. I lose my concentration. But no matter how much my channel grows, you guys are still to come in live chat. It's still cool to have the same people that have been coming to my channel from the beginning, where it's like I can do a live stream and the OG people are the ones that come back to the live streams. And it's like a group of, you know, it's just like a group of cool dudes that I've hung out with all since I've done live streams or, you know, been on the YouTube. And I really do enjoy that. I really do. Oh, Dave, you son of a biscuit. 10 CP the Tool Addict memberships. Holy guacamole.
I need a CP gift.
I don't understand how it works. You can't give people. That's the only thing about it is it's random. You can't like pick it up to anybody. So you can't like literally like they can't choose to give anybody gifts. It's random people get gifts, which is good and it's bad, you know, at the same time, but it's still good. Utah Trucker he's a new channel member. Top McCruncher. Some people I've never even seen around here. That means they watch the stream and they don't really comment or whatnot. So, oh, that's cool. I got a membership from Fluffy when I wasn't even on his stream one morning when I woke up. So I'm guessing some of these guys didn't have.
I don't even think they got to be on right now.
No, I don't think so.
You have to be subscribed to your channel. That's all they have to do. Then the algorithm randomly picks people.
Yeah, they do. Snap-on fanboys suck a huge dick too, though. Chaka Gillis. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not. It's not about. It's. I mean, it is. I like Snap-on tools, but more or less, I like the just honest truth. I like having fun. Okay, it's all good. I understand cracking a joke, but sometimes a joke goes too far, right? Like the same shit that gets said about Snap-on all the time. These guys have wore those out. You know, the same shit. Like, I bet your tool bill's $42,000 and you make $55,000 a year. Ah! Well, guess what, fella? I've never spent over $12,000 in a year on tools. How about you, Dave? I've never paid over $12,000 for tools in a year in my entire life. I actually looked this up because of that comment. I was thinking to myself, the most I've ever spent in a year was $12,000. That's crazy.
I haven't spent $12,000 in my lifetime yet.
Well,
I probably never spent $12,000 in a year.
You bought a house.
I don't
bought a house.
Spent $12,000 in a year.
Are we talking about personal tools or tools for a company?
It doesn't matter. If you're buying $12,000 worth of tools, though, I mean, period. Like you're buying for your business or yourself or whatever.
Yeah.
I've never spent $12,000 more in tools in a year.
You know how much I spent? You know how much I spent in one shot once?
What?
I bought a 54-inch Craftsman toolbox. I bought an 80-gallon air compressor, and I bought the largest Craftsman tool set I could buy. I think the total bill was like $4,000. I think.
Hell yeah!
I don't think it's even that much because I think I paid like $800 for the air compressor, and I paid like $1,200 for my.
I probably have spent upwards of $12,000 a year, but see, it's hard for me to track it because most of my career, most of my life, I've always paid cash for my shit.
Well, I paid exactly.
If I
So
run a
when I
truck account, my truck accounts never get that big, even though they'll allow me to get them big. Well, I don't know what's not that big. My Snap-on guy, my Mac guy would have no problem if I ran up. I could go on their truck. I can go on their truck next week when they show up. I go on the Mac truck or the Snap-on truck and buy $2,500 worth of tools and walk off there, and it's all in a truck account, and they'd never think twice about it, never worry about it.
All my guys are like that.
The $2,500 truck account will get paid off within about probably 2 or 3 weeks.
I should reconsider what I just said too, because I just thought there was a year where I spent probably close to $20,000, but it's kind of a subjective deal because one of the reasons why I spent that money was because I also had credit coming back to me for a different tool deal, and there was, but I mean, it was all shop equipment too. Shop equipment's kind of subjective, I guess. As far as tools and toolboxes, though, I would never spend over $12,000. If you want my honest opinion, if you want to buy tools, you should be able to spend $10,000 a year on tools. If you're looking to upgrade yourself, get yourself in a professional setting now, not a DIY, or if you're just doing whatever, but in a professional atmosphere and you're trying to build your set so that you have a good rapport, $10,000 to $12,000 is not that obscene for being on a tool truck. That's probably going to get you a good amount of tools for the year and paying it off. Remember that you got to pay that off too. Buying $12,000 and paying $12,000 off in a year is the two things that you want to do. Period. So yeah.
I don't spend any money on tools, honest. Nothing.
Well, I don't spend money on tools neither. The tools pay for themselves when I work on stuff. So, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, that's the other big takeaway from all this. If I wasn't doing it for a living, it wouldn't, it'd be kind of ridiculous for me to spend that kind of money. There's a lot of guys I see on YouTube that are buying tools and they don't do it for a living, and it's kind of a clout thing now for YouTube. Like, I get it, whatever, it's easy content. But at the end of the day, for a living, as a blue collar working, this is a blue collar channel, guys. That's what I will tell you that much right now. I don't need just basic. I don't need the basic bullshit. And this is a blue collar channel. This is for working class people. Now, the problem with saying that is this channel being for blue collar people. Blue collar people are usually working so much they don't have time to watch YouTube. And I mean, and all of us have jobs, and all of us work, but it's not the biggest genre of YouTube. It's not the biggest market for YouTube, to be honest with you. YouTube's market isn't really driven around a lot of blue collar people. Think about it. How do views come around? Views come around because there's people that they have time to watch YouTube. So that's, it's not necessarily all the same, but anyways, you got to get in deep in YouTube and you start understanding the algorithm and whatnot. When you start listening to the numbers, it's kind of sad. The majority of YouTube's viewership, I guess they said in America or in the world, I guess the average income of a YouTube viewer is less than $27,000 a year.
Yikes!
Yeah, which means that basically by American standards, that's poverty. Which I'm not going to say it's the worst income. Like 27,000 is a terrible income.
Well, no, if you lived in rural,
scary thing is they're the ones that give the most money.
Wait, there's three people talking at once there.
It depends on where you're living. See, if you're living in rural Montana, 27,000 will get you by because everything's cheap. Cost of living is real low.
True. Don't speak for Montana people because
not everybody.
20,000 is not going to get you by anywhere.
The 20. Think about it this way, Frosty. In rural Montana, they have to pay more because they have to drive farther, so it costs more for gas.
You guys don't even want to know what I live on.
Well, and I understand, and it's not like I'm not trying to pick on anybody, Chef. I'm just stating a fact.
What I'm saying is you guys don't even want to know what I live on. I live on less than $10,000 a year.
Oh Christ!
Yeah, that's insane. But it's a sad fact.
I got $100 worth of groceries less than a month. Or yeah, I can eat on $100 worth of groceries for about a month and a half.
But just think of it this way, Chef,
do you
though,
eat?
if you ever got the opportunity to make more money and you've already learned that lifestyle to live off from, just think
Yeah.
of how lucrative you could be if you could improve your
got-
situation.
This is serious though. When I worked for my buddy, he paid me $500 a week, $100 a day, and I had
Yeah.
money coming out of my ears.
Yeah, but he was still ripping you off, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, I was working on cars. He was making money off of me, but I'm just saying,
I have
$500
I have
a
habit
week,
of thinking
$500 a
Right.
week. I had money coming out of my ears.
Yeah.
What do you eat to have a grocery bill that low?
He's a good shot.
I eat good shit stuff. Actually, I spent $40 on groceries this last week. $40 will last me probably a couple 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, but what
Chef,
did you
Chef,
get?
here's a
What did
good
you
one.
get
Me and
for that
Chef
40
together.
bucks? That's what I'm asking. What did you get for that 40 bucks?
Yeah, what can you get for $40?
I
We got
got 5 pounds of hamburger. I got 2 pounds of sliced honey ham. I got 2 pounds of sliced chicken breast. I got 5 bags of chips. 2 2-liters of pop. 9 20-ounce bottles of pop. A thing of rolls. 4 packages of crescent rolls.
You're already at 90 bucks at my store.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
it's insane that he was able to get that for that much.
Yeah,
because,
I got everything for $44.
But I did call Chef today because he reminded me of
Where do
his
you
cheap shopping. Because today I
Yes, the
bought
cost of
groceries
living
for
is
50
way different. Some
Where do you
places.
shop though?
I've got a local discount grocery store that I go to.
Yeah, they must have smoking deals there. So I
Yeah,
called
I know
Chef.
a lot of back in the day when I was doing gaming YouTubing stuff and that, a lot of my viewers shopped at the dollar store and stuff like that, did their grocery shopping at the dollar store. Like it's a sad thing. Most of these people on YouTube are below at the poverty line, but those are the ones that are always donating money. And I used to refund them their money because I knew their financial situation. It's like, don't want your money. Like that's the thing. They're the poorest people, but they're the one always trying to get the attention on the channel. But that's the thing. The dollar store is a perfect place. If you want to live cheap, don't go to the grocery store. Go to the dollar store and buy their dry goods, man.
Yeah,
Well-
I called Chef today because he inspired me to do some cheap shopping, and I went to Walmart, which I got a smoking deal. But I picked up bananas on sale. I eat a little bit different than Chef does, but I eat a lot different than a lot of people do because I love.
I got
I
2
love rabbit
packages
food.
of bacon at $1.99 a package.
Those are Smithfield
Wow.
bacon. That's the best goddamn bacon in the world.
There's
Smithfield.
1 pound of honey ham, $1.99 a pound. I got 2 pounds of it.
That's crazy.
I
Those
got
are damn good prices, man.
budding premium chicken breast for $1.19.
I can't believe we're talking about grocery shopping.
I want to go
that
to his
is-
grocery
That's
store.
for 8 ounces. $1.19 for 8 ounces.
Damn.
Yeah, that bacon's it's like $8.99 here for sure too, Richard. 100%.
What else?
Well,
did I
that
get?
bacon up here is like $30 up here right now.
Is it really?
It's expensive right now up here
Well, I
for
was pretty
bacon.
proud of mine. My
I
purchase.
get
today,
bacon for $1.99 a pound.
I got a pound or 3 pounds of bananas, which I eat bananas every day. That's part of my deal. Oatmeal, blueberries, bananas.
knew
And I
it,
already
you're
have
an eight.
those and blueberries. Huh? I do. Every morning I eat a banana, and a bowl of oatmeal and blueberries every morning religiously with a half a cup of milk in there. Yes,
I
there you
got
go.
4 I got 4.98 pounds of hamburger for $14.89.
How much? How many pounds?
4.89 or 4.98.
That's pretty good. I got mine today a little bit cheaper
5
though.
pounds for almost $15.
They had 5 pounds on sale for me today for $10.
That's not bad.
$9.99. They had it special, which I had a coupon for too. And then I also had I got tomatoes.
1 pound bags of cheese for $1.99.
I got I don't eat as much cheese, but I eat smoked Gouda. I like my smoked Gouda.
Can't remember
White
what else
cheese.
came with that. But yeah, I eat pretty cheap. I
Yeah.
do videos on it when I get them deals too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I see them. I'm like, damn, I can't believe you pulled it off for what
Well,
Chef's
you know,
doing.
you can make good content on that, man. Actually,
I do.
I mean, the problem is when he makes content like that, people pick on him about it. And the sad part about it is there's people out there that actually could use that help.
well, do you know
Yeah,
most of the
that's the
people
reason
pick
why I'm
on
doing
him?
it too.
Do you know most of the people that pick on them are probably the ones that need to learn how to shop that way, but they're too high on their little mental horse to admit it?
Yep.
Well,
Screw
here's
them.
the thing is, Turner, there's a lot of people who are in the poverty that can't get out of their own way too. Because, for instance, we'll go back to the Harbor Freight fanboys on this. It's the yin versus yang type deal. You try to tell them something, and they all want to argue with you and say the same stupid shit over and over, and realize that you're not fighting them, but they look at it as you're fighting them, and you're just like, hey man, instead of going out and spending fucking $4,500 on an Icon toolbox, why not check out Facebook Marketplace or find a deal on something like that? And they just go, oh yeah, blah, 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 I can get lifetime tools. Dude, Harbor Freight is bamboozling people just like Snap-on. Giving you a free bucket deal, that is Snap-on marketing 101. Giving you a free light. Dude, you're going to get a light that's worth 10 cents for going in and spending $30. People are just so ingrained with, they just don't get it through their head.
When you bring up like the average income of the YouTube viewer and all that, do you know? I don't know I know it bounces between like 42 and 46%. Do you know that 40+% of American, I don't know how to say this, American taxpayers don't actually pay any taxes at all because their incomes are so low. Their incomes are so low, and with all the write-offs they get, they actually don't pay any taxes, and they get an earned tax credit.
Yeah, I don't pay any taxes.
It's over 40% of America. So
I don't pay any taxes.
What we see on the daily, we don't see that 40%.
You don't make enough to pay taxes, Steph. I mean, honestly.
No.
Exactly.
40%
40% of Americans, over 40% of working Americans don't make enough that once they file their
Well,
stuff.
if you're not making over $30,000 a year, you basically don't pay taxes. I mean, that's essentially the cutoff for poverty is like 32 or 36,000 a year. I think it is.
Yep.
I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure where it is.
They raise it every year.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've never made over $30,000 in my life.
That's crazy.
I gotta come live with you for a couple months, Chef, so you can prepare me to save for fucking retirement.
I worked at Whirlpool, and I made, I think, $27,000 when I worked at Whirlpool.
If I could learn to live like you, for another 5 years, I could retire with $1 million more than I expected.
Yeah, if you'll be making a killing grocery shopping versus tool stuff, like no shit. Yeah, you would.
I live in my motorhome.
I
live in a motorhome.
There's the old gas, the old blue collar dude right there working in Louisiana, back in the bayou down there.
Pedo?
What are you?
You're looking for a
How you doing, Pedo?
your bike stuff?
30. Yeah, $30 in gas getting there for sure. I finally got a free Milwaukee bucket. I'd never seen one before. I didn't even know they had them.
Everything's missing.
Yeah, there you go, dude. That's Dave Ramsey's. That's Dave Ramsey's deal.
That's what I do. I live as cheap as I can. I live as poor as possible.
When I was younger, I used to go to the soup kitchen because it was across the street from where I worked. I used to go there for lunch every day. Well, these guys were like having these nice lunches. I'm like, why? I'll just go across the street.
I got a video out there right now where I show people they can eat on $10 a week.
That's insane. There's no way I could eat around here for $10 a week. Not a chance.
My lunch today was $14.99 plus tax.
You go out and buy a loaf of bread. You go buy a loaf of bread, a package of cheese, a tub of butter, You can eat a week.
You know what
Here-
you know what my grocery bill was last month? I think it was $280
Phew.
for groceries.
Well,
But
that's still. Well, you're single. That's still cheap. My grocery bill for a week is probably $200.
yeah, well, you got
You
what do you got? Your mom and 2 daughters and you, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I can see. I
it's
can
more
see
than
that.
that. The groceries bill is probably actually about $500 a week. You got to figure.
Listen,
You got to figure 300 a week.
Your name on it.
I posted a meme. I'm gonna mute this. I don't understand.
I bet I spend over $500 a week on groceries because 300 of it's probably beer and cigarettes.
Since December the 30th, I've spent $240 on groceries.
So I think I posted a meme on Instagram where the cheapest or the most expensive thing of 2024 was the grocery shopping. And I'm not gonna lie to you, grocery shopping is a bigger expense. You're talking about tools. Tools is an expense you can cut, but grocery shopping is not an expense you can cut out of your
No,
budget.
you gotta eat.
Yeah, so I mean, factoring that in, which once again, you can't go around complaining. This goes back to the Harbor Freight stuff. You can't go around talking shit to people for buying Snap-on just because you can't afford groceries. That's not conducive to your.
I do stuff to like cheap. I like Costco. I prefer Costco over Sam's Club, and then I have a local market by my house. Like when I'm buying beef, like steaks and stuff, I'll actually buy like a whole thing of New York strips.
Yep.
I'll buy a whole thing of ribeye. I've even bought like whole what they call a roll of chuck.
Yep.
And I will cut out my own roast. I'll cut up some top chuck steaks out of it, or chuck eye steaks out of it. I'll cut what they call Denver steak, or it's even close to a flat iron cut.
Do you have a
The rest I'll grind my own ground beef.
Do you have a Gordon Food Service?
Yeah.
Good Gordon Food Service. You can get brisket at Gordon Food cheap.
I wish I would, but I'm better.
I've been pricing for food lately. But a lot of times I'll buy it in bulk like that. I'll buy it.
You can get pork shoulder roast for like $1 a pound.
Another Harbor
You can
Freight.
eat 2 weeks on a pork shoulder roast.
See that? He got a Granger commercial. Oh, maybe he is right. So this one said, wait a second. We gotta go back. I just had a Harbor Freight ad pop up. From Little Caesars, and then I got a Granger commercial. Maybe Dave is right. Maybe it is all about what you come up to.
That's what YouTube told me.
There might be.
But if I could believe Harbor Freight's paying to put ads on tool review people's channels.
Well, I was told they actually try to put ads on mine specifically. That's what I was told by one of the Harbor Freight people that I talked to on the deal, the corporate people, because they're always like, "Why you hate us so bad?" They talk to me all the time. I just kind of I'm not joking you.
Like I gotta be honest, like, when the commercials pop up for me, it's usually about penis enlargement because that's what I research the most of the time.
Bluetooth. Yeah, Bluetooth. Well, hey guys, Fluffy's been on for a half hour, so we're eating up some space on him. We've been on for 2 hours. We've had a great live stream, and it was great talking to Chef Frosty, Turner, Dave, and who else do we have in here? All you guys in the chat. You minty son of.
I may throw one up tomorrow night if you guys want to do something.
Right on. But yeah, it's 10:41 here, so I turn into pumpkin after 11 o'clock. So I need to get to bed. I don't think I'm going to join Fluffy's live stream because, like Turner, I didn't get a nap, but I'm tired, and I didn't work super hard today. I only worked till 5 or 3:30. I called Chef when I got off work and I was driving home, or I got done working. I shouldn't say getting off work.
You called me on the way home.
Yeah, I was. I literally I shouldn't say I get off work because I don't get off work anymore. I just get done working and I go home. I don't have to punch out the time clock, which is definitely an amazing thing. Anyways, any of you guys want to give you guys some final thoughts here, and we'll sign off this bad boy here. Start with Chef. What do you have to say, Chef?
All I want to say is to learn from your mistakes and eat good.
Yep.
and
Yes.
Dave, check out my food videos. You'll probably learn something.
Chef
Yeah, I
Shade
gotta watch
Tree.
that. What I have
Chef
to learn is not to
Shade
send my daughters to the grocery store with my.
Frosty, you
I
got
know
some
the
more
bill's much
wisdom
cheaper.
for us?
I've got something to say.
Yeah,
Folks,
let's do it.
be good to each other. Everybody out there is just trying to get by, trying to do their best. Be nice to folks, unless they're trying to pawn off Icon tools as high quality tools. Okay,
Hey,
those people suck. But
I
other than
try to
that,
be nice
be
to
good to
people.
one another, love one another, and have a great evening.
I try to be nice to people. I'm 100% with you on that, Frosty. I'd love to be nice to people all the time, but some people are so hard-headed. You got to hit them with a ball peen hammer just to make them understand.
Eric Schmidt should be hit with a claw hammer.
So, Dave?
Well said, Frosty. As always, everybody, thanks for joining Chad's CP's live stream, and y'all stay safe. Y'all have the rest of your good week. Have a great weekend. And watch Chef's videos on how to properly shop.
What is that? Is that an Icon wrench set? Are you wait? What did you pay for that, Chef? Since you hold that up,
I paid $86 for it.
I seen a video the other day where they were selling those. Not to cut off Turner before he said, but I seen a video the other day where they were selling those for like $178, and they were missing 4 wrenches in there.
Well, mine's missing 1 wrench.
Yeah, because they pulled it out for warranty.
These are ratchet wrenches.
Yeah, they pulled it out for warranty.
Yep.
Probably
And
not
these,
a bad
and they're the
set.
anti-slip grip ones too.
Perfect. Turner, what do you got signing off for us, buddy?
Rich, poor, male, female, purple hair, green hair, purple panda bear. We're all the same people. Respect each other, love each other, and we're all the same. And that's how you just got to treat each other. Be good to each other, and the world's a better place. So,
well, in my infinite wisdom of life, I'm a big fan of Teddy Roosevelt, although I don't speak softly. But I do love a lot of Teddy Roosevelt quotes and whatnot. And life is dumb. When you're dumber, it's even harder. So if you're gonna be dumb, you better be tough. But if you come at me, I like being nice to people first. I love helping people out, and I really do not want to be as much. I don't like having confrontation with people, but I'll tell you what, YouTube has taught me one thing. It's hard to be non-confrontational with people because they want to come at you swinging. If you say something that, you got to break out the butthurt bar.
Butthurt bar.
Dude, you say something, the butthurt bar comes out, and boy, let me tell you. But yeah, if you could kick a person in the pants responsible for most of your trouble, you wouldn't sit for a month.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my quote for the day, and that's a Teddy Roosevelt quote. That's or Theodore Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt, whatever. Remember, you're the only person that's your problem. The biggest problem with you or the world is yourself, and I realize that myself. I am definitely my own worst enemy most of the time. So, anyways, guys, remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that bell. What do you got? The Chef's trying to show up. He's giving us the peanut shot before he leaves here. Listen, are you trying to drink us right now, Chef?
Yeah. You wouldn't believe what I paid for these things, though.
What are they?
Do you know how many more packs of bacon you could have got if you didn't buy those?
Are those